My name is Rhapsody, and here's a fun fact. If you took all of the blood vessels out of your body and laid them end to end, you'd probably die. And this is Hearthstone Arena. I've been grinding in the... not actually casual mode, in the ranked mode, just because I'm not going to do ranked this season. I did ranked last season, and the new season is about to start, so I'm going to be doing Risk of Rain in the meantime in the Hearthstone ranked slot. If you've not realized, that's what's happening. But at the same time, while I wait for the new ranks, why don't I just grind on the lower ranks? Because it's really easy to beat someone at rank 20 or 19, and so that's how I finished all of my quests to amass the amount of gold that I currently have. I currently have a request for a druid. There you are, hello. Malfurion. Gadgets and Auctioneer relies on having other cards. Master Swordsmith is the weak 2-drop. And Argent Commander is independently strong. Now that's kind of what I want to push the importance of here. I like cards that are independently strong, especially in Arena, but that also carries on to my ranked play. Because they're strong by themselves. I don't have to do anything to them, right? And in, Arena, it's very hard to draft for that kind of combo synergy type stuff, but I tend to undervalue its power in ranked because you can't draft it in Arena, and at heart, I'm an Arena man. Harvest Golem. Oh, I'm getting some really top tier picks here. Okay, so that immediately got destroyed. Now, Archmage versus Frost Elemental. Frost Elemental does freeze something, but Archmage has 2 more health with only 1 less damage. And it's got spell damage, which is a pretty good effect. Thrallmoth Farseer is not even a consideration. By the way, all of these, top tier picks. I hope I didn't have to explain why I picked them. They were just better than the cards that they were up against. I have no 4s yet. Silvermoon survives, but Ancient Brewmaster is stronger. I think because I have a decent 3-3 already, and yeah, I think I'll go for the stronger dude, actually. Out of those, love me some Haunted Creepers. Love me the Druid of the Claw. Oh my god. Holy hell. Okay, so Cenarius is really strong endgame. Mukla is really strong aggression, but the problem is you give your opponent a lot of value out of it. I mean, 2 bananas? Whoa! Illidan is really good, only in a situation where your opponent doesn't threaten it with his board, so your opponent can't have 5 damage on the board, or if they're one of the classes that can do 1 damage with their hero ability, they can't have 4 damage on the board. They can't likely have 5 or 4 damage in their hand, again, depending on the hero. And you need to have a lot of low-cost things to cast the next turn, or on the same turn. So it's way, way too situational. Cenarius is just strong. Right? He comes out and he's a 5-8 and a 2-2 taunt and a 2-2 taunt. Unless, of course, you've got a full board and then it's a 5-8 and then +2/+2 to all of the things you currently have. Again, I cannot rely on synergy. I am starting to come along to the view that the Undertaker is valuable. Okay, Empire? While I was in ranked, I came up against a deck that played Undertaker turn 1, Undertaker Leponome turn 2, and then Leponome something else the turn after, and he just had 2, 3, 4 Undertakers and Leponomes, and I was like, wait. So... Acidic Swamp Ooze is the strongest out of those. Now, Loot Hoarder is really good for drawing cards. I'm not even considering Moonfire, by the way. Moonfire is basically... I mean... It can be situationally good, but it doesn't have enough range in terms of damage. I mean, it's 1 damage. It doesn't have enough range to be good in enough situations that it's worth spending 1 card. Okay? Loot Hoarder, card draw versus Earthen Ring Farseer sees up my 3 slot. I'm gonna go with the Earthen Ring Farseer just because the 3 slot is very difficult to fill with valuable minions, and the Earthen Ring Farseer is a pretty valuable minion in the 3 slot. I would love to take a Bolt Fist Ogre, but Sen'jin Shieldmaster is a really strong 4, and I've only got 2 4s so far. Cult Master is a really strong 4. Swipe is the strongest card in the video game. Booty Bay Bodyguard versus a Frost Elemental. So, you can think of them as fairly similar, except for the Frost Elemental has +1 health. In most situations, freezing a character and stopping a character from attacking are going to be kind of similish. At least in effect. Not in what happens on the board, but in effect on the rest of the game, they'll be fairly similar. I'm going to take the Frost Elemental, because there are better 5s you can get in this deck. I will note that both Silverhand and the Druid of the Claw are 5-drops, and so is the Gurubashi Berserker. The other 2 were just bad, so that's why I didn't pick those. Gnomish Inventor is a really strong 4-drop. Oh, Scarlet Crusader versus Shattered Sun. I hate having to make this pick. So the important thing to note here is that Shattered Sun becomes more valuable when the minions you have on 2 health can be buffed above... the minions you have on 2 mana can be buffed above 3 health. Here's the idea. The most valuable picks in the 2 and 3 slot have 3 attack as their maximum. Think about it. Most of those cards have 3 attack as their maximum. So what you want to do is have, say, let's say this Haunted Creeper isn't a Haunted Creeper. Let's say that Haunted Creeper is a Bloodsail Raider. That Bloodsail Raider, getting buffed from the Shattered Sun Cleric, becomes a 3/4, which means it survives when killing something that has 3 damage. The problem with buffing an Acidic Swamp Ooze is it becomes a 4/3 and it dies when killing something that has 3 damage. So it doesn't give you as much advantage on the board. That's the reason I'm not going to be taking the Shattered Sun Cleric. It's a very roundabout reason, but it means that I don't have a super strong opening if I play something and then Shattered Sun it, as I would if I had a bunch of 2/3s in my deck. But the problem is 2/3s obviously run into a lot of problems against 3/2s being buffed, so you've got to be a little careful there. Scarlet Crusader is independently strong. Now you're going to hear me say that a lot, aren't you? Argent is really good. Out of these ones, I may want to take the Argent. I mean, let's look at the amount of things that we have. We have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 early plays. We need more early plays. I could get a 1-drop early play. That could be good. It doesn't really synergize much with the things that I have. Or I could Mark of the Wild. I think the Mark of the Wild actually is going to be more important because I have, Haunted Creeper and Harvest Golem, which basically recreate themselves after they die. And I also have Gurubashi Berserker. I mean, I can buff him and then kill something with him, and then he's healthy and damaging. But what I'm saying is I've got things with Divine Shield as well. So basically, I have things that will survive in some form after they get Mark of the Wild and then kill something. Scarlet Crusader, again, really strong 3. Spectral fucking Knight. Goddamn, is that not just one of the strongest, if not the strongest 5-drop at the moment? Look at it. It's a 4/6 that can't be targeted by a hero powers or spells. Your opponent can't naturalize that. Your opponent can't swipe that. They can't Starfire that. I'm only thinking about Druid cards. Fuck me. They can't Fireball it. They can't Polymorph it. That's really important. They can still hit it with AoE, so Flame Strike will still hit it. But the amount of things that they no longer can do is insane. I have to take Claw because I do not have enough early plays, so Claw is kind of going to be a pseudo early play for me. I would love to take the Race of Van Hunter, but I have to take the Argent Commander because I need early plays. Says Loot Hoarder. I am taking some suboptimal early plays, but all in all, they're still pretty strong. A Wailing Soul and an Abomination. The problem with Wailing Soul is that I have Haunted Creeper, I have Harvest Golem, I have Loot Hoarder, I have Argent Commander, I have 2 Scarlet Crusaders, I have Cult Master. Are you seeing a trend here? I have a lot of things that I don't want to silence at all. And it's offering me the ability to silence those. But at the same time, I also don't want an Abomination. And Young Priestess is really bad against a variety of classes, so I don't want the Young Priestess either. I would prefer to just say, no, I don't want any of these. I'll play with 29 cards, thank you. I'm gonna take the Abomination, just because it could be valuable, whereas the others are not. Twilight Drake is way more valuable than the rest. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this deck is going to get 8 wins because it is strong. Like, look at our opening. 1, 2 super value cards in the 1-drop slot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus I've got a Mark of the Wild, so I've got a really strong opening. My 3-drop is just chock full of value. My 4-drop, if I'm going to lose anywhere, it's going to be that I don't have enough board clear, because my swipe is basically the only board clear that I currently have, and Abomination, I suppose. I have a little bit of card draw in terms of the Cult Master and the Gnomish Inventor and the Loot Hoarder, and then I've just got strong minions all the way through. I mean, we've got a few things that let us down a little bit. We've got the Frost Elemental, we've got an Archmage, which I guess isn't really doing much except for a swipe. I will note at this point that an Archmage swipe on turn 10 is 5 damage to a single target and then 2 damage AoE. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to have to say that we're going to go 8 wins, because this is a really good deck. And the thing is, even if we draw... Not even if we draw badly, but even if... You know, I get a really lot of... If I get a lot of shit matches and I go like 0-3 or something like that, I still think this deck should have gone 8. Basically, if we go... I know I keep trying to reiterate this point, but if we go less than 8 wins, that's entirely human error, right? That's my fault. That has nothing to do with the deck. I think the deck was really strong. You'll find a lot of times when I fail to go 12... which is literally every time I've ever played Arena in my entire life. Fuck. You'll find a lot of those times I'll say, oh, I lost this in draft, or something like that. Loot Hoarder is going to be particularly weak if he opens up with a Northshire Cleric. I will keep the Loot Hoarder, because if he doesn't open up... if he doesn't open up with a Northshire Cleric, then Loot Hoarder is really strong. If he opens up with a Northshire Cleric, I'm kind of fucked. A little bit. If he coins something out, I'm okay, but perfect. Anyhow, you'll find a lot of times I'll say, we lost this in draft, we lost this game before we even started, that type of stuff. You know, and that's me blaming me for drafting the wrong cards, or me blaming the game for not giving me an option of many good cards, which does happen. But at this point, I do have to recognize this is a really strong draft. Both in the cards that were offered to me and in the cards that I selected, and if I lose, it's entirely my fault. Ready to ride. That's a really bad play. Because for only 5 damage, I can now remove his coin and a minion, and then I can deal 2 damage back. Not only that, he's not to know this, but I didn't have a 3-drop, so... I was going to have to shapeshift that turn anyway. So now I'm on curve. Look, I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll draw another 6, and then I'll use my shapeshift, and then I'll Scenarios. Okay. So, at this point, he's trying to rush us down. So I need to get a lot of value on the board, and I need to be able to beat him down and heal myself up a bit. So I'm really glad to have both of these claws. That's basically plus 4 health to me. So 2 claws and then hero power. That's pretty good, I suppose. Hell, I could do the old 2 claw hero power, kill a 5 health minion, and then I still have 2 mana left over. That's pretty good. No, 1 mana left over. What am I even thinking? Okay, so this guy has only drafted the ability to kill. It's very obvious, right? You don't do the plays that he's doing unless you've got a lot of damage in your deck. Just an absurd amount. So I need to hope that he starts to run low on damage, starts running things at me, gets me like at 5 maybe, I think would be a safe point. And then I'll double claw and shapeshift to keep myself healthy. At this point, I cannot risk... I cannot risk... What can I risk, Ryan? Ryan, think. I cannot risk losing any more health, so I can't use Claw. So Cult Master is pretty good. So I'm going to lose 2 minions here, draw 2 cards, that's pretty good.
If you insist.
In fact, I'll draw 3 cards, because... Nice.
Hey, give me a minute.
I'm really glad to have a lot of taunts and heals in my hand. Like, at this point, I would be very happy to say that there is no way he's going to win. Next turn is very likely to be Sen'jin plus Earthen Ring myself. Unless there's a specific minion he plays that I need to deal with, and then it's probably going to be Stormwind Champion. I do want to try and start getting some cards out of my hand, just in case he has Cold Light Oracle or anything similar. Okay, so what do I still have left in my deck? Swipe is probably the worst thing that he could have just gotten from me. He can't cast it this turn, and those are the two cards he got from me. Okay, so he's played one of the cards he got from me, an Acidic Swamp Ooze, that's fine.
Do you need a blessing?
Okay. I'm fine with that. Because I was going to trade the Silverhand Knight into that anyhow, because I want to draw cards. Shit, do I want to draw cards? At this point? I don't think so. Okay. Fuck, I will do it. It's only one card, and I played 2 cards that turn, so I'm still in the clear. My only problem is if he realizes how many cards I have in hand, and then just starts to immediately, you know, kill everything but the Cult Master. Of course, as a priest, a lot of his options for killing things on my board would kill everything. Well, like, the most common option that I can think of. Holy Nova is a common card. Holy Fire is a rare. No, Holy Nova is a soulbound card. It's not even common. Like Claw. See how Claw doesn't have a gem? Like, yeah, no. Hover over it. No, I can't hover over it, but it doesn't have a gem in the middle of the card. See how Cult Master has a gem just below its name? It's common. Gnomish Inventor does not.
I'll put it on your head.
That's the gem. Okay, so he can bounce it, do some cool things. Do I have lethal? That's an interesting question. I have 9 damage from hand. I believe I actually have lethal, hang on. So 5, using my hero power as well. That's 4 mana. And then I've got 9, adding swipe into that. And then the damage from the board. Yes, I have lethal, wow. I was not expecting to actually already have lethal. Shoom. Shoom. Okay, so that guy's deck was all about, as I said a bunch of times, I can't well played him. I kind of, even though it was like a dumb match, I kind of did want to well play that guy. Anyhow, his deck was all about just fucking kill that, you know, that opposing hero? Why would I put my finger across his throat? If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way, that's a reference. You've probably seen it in the trailers. If you've been avoiding the trailers because you don't want to get any spoilers, it's just a joke that happens like 20 minutes in. It's fine. Also, watch that fucking movie. God damn it. Holy shit. Oh, it was so good.
Malfurion versus Rexa.
Hunter is a more appealing class to do the whole, you know, kill that person strategy on. I'll keep Claw, and because I'm keeping Claw, because I have something vaguely early game, I'll also keep the Scarlet Crusader, because the Scarlet Crusader is pretty high value, especially, Twilight Drake. Oh. I'll have a lot of cards in hand, because it's so early in the game. Anyhow. Ugh, that's not good. So it means I don't get Claw turn 1. Oh, bother. I suppose that means I'm keeping Claw in my hand. So this is interesting. I could kill the Worgen Infiltrator with my hero power. And he's very quickly running out of gas. He has 3 cards, right? And I have the ability to heal myself up. It's kind of similar to the previous game. He's going straight for the face, and he's not really getting stuff out of it. And the really important thing about using the Shapeshift to kill the Worgen Infiltrator is that it means I'm not using any of my cards. Which means that next turn, when I coin out the Twilight Drake will come out as a 4/7, I believe, if I'm doing my maths right. So let's think about it. I have a total of... Let's count the card that I draw at the start of next turn, right? So I have a total of 8 cards in my hand. I use the coin, I have a total of 7. I use Twilight Drake. For each card in your hand, it should come out as a 4/7, right? Because I have 6 other cards in my hand. I believe. I believe in anything called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. There's a chance we can make it now. We'll be rocking until the sun goes down. 4-7?
Job's done.
Okay. So if he has Deadly Shot, then I'm in a pretty bad position right now. But if he doesn't, then I've probably just won the game. It is as simple as that. As much as you may think it's not. Kind of... if you've heard of Gara Best Shaman, he's a professional player of Heroes of Warcraft, Hearthstone.
Well played.
Anyhow, if you have heard of him, he's had a conversation He's publicly gone on record saying that the game is very, very tilted towards the person who just seizes that early advantage by one really good trade. I'm not saying, you know, I did say the game is over. I'm saying that it's very difficult from that point on. It's like a huge tilt. That Deadly Shot, by the way, huge tilt. So, I did say that board clear is going to be a problem for us, and here it is, presenting itself as a problem for us. Oh, that's really annoying, because that's the one I want to kill with, Gnomish. Anyhow.
For the wild.
Go kill that. And then I just have to put dudes out on the board. I know that as a hunter, he could have weapons, and that I'm playing an Acidic Swamp Ooze without getting value from its battle cry, but at this point, it's just a 3-2 for 2. It is a Blood from the Raptor. I just need things on the board to combat his things on the board, because I don't have the ability to go, you put so much on the board that you lose. That's a very paladin thing to do in Constructed. It's kind of, you know, I've got the Pyromancer and Equality, or I've got the Pyromancer and Consecrate. I've got the Pyromancer and X, Y, or Z, which means that you lose, right? You put too much on the field, sorry, you know, you're bad. God, if I drew Swipe, that would be the most fucking powerful thing. Not a swipe. Okay, do I lose? It is unfortunately at that point, do I lose? Because I have to pop that shield and then trade 2 things into it. I don't think I lose yet. Need to heal myself. So, no matter what I do, I have to trade all 3 of these to kill that. So I am faced with a total of 9 damage this turn. I've pretty much lost, yeah. I only do have 1 swipe in the deck, so I can't entirely be super salty that I haven't drawn it when I'm 11 cards into my deck. But at the same time, the fact that he had the Deadly Shot for that was crazy. I know Deadly Shot's a pretty standard card, but, yeah. Still pretty frustrating. Come on. So at this point, if I have any more time in this world, I need to just flood the board with dudes. Right? Harvest Golem, Scarlet Crusader, Shapeshift. That's another card with damage, because he aimed it at me, right? Or was that the remnants of the Arcane Shot? Okay. So, on this board, he has lethal no matter what I do. I can Argent Commander remove 2 of his damage, and then he will have a total of 5 damage before he Arcane Shots. Wow. That's gross. The problem is, he didn't even play high-value minions. Did you notice that he moved into turn 6, turn 5, turn 4? He could have played a big dude, and I would have been really... I mean, the Sunwalker was there, right? But he could have played a big dude at any of those points, and I would have been in a lot of trouble. But he didn't. He just had enough small dudes and I didn't have any board clear. And I kind of was going all in with that, that Twilight Drake play. If I were a better player, I probably would have gone, the chances of him having Twilight Drake fairly high, why don't I bait it out with the Shattered Sun? Shattered Sun, no. The... fuck, what was it called? It's 3-1 with Divine Shield. I can't remember its name for the life of me. I need a good opening. Not horrible, I have a card. The problem is, Loot Hoarder suddenly becomes horrible if he has Earthshock. I believe Earthshock is a common card though, so... Oh, okay. I'm a little bit happier now, because the Acidic Swamp Ooze will kill a Stormforged Axe, which is such a high tier pick in Shaman. So if I play Loot Hoarder and then he kills it with the Stormforged Axe, I'm gonna be the happiest man. One time. Play the Stormforged Axe. Shit, dicks. Don't get the 1-1. Awesome. Oh, how glad I am to draw a 3-drop. Okay, so the 3-drop drawing keeps me on curve. And on top of that, it's a really valuable target for Mark of the Wild. It becomes a 5-3 with Divine Shield. So I can kill something with it, and then it will kill something else as well. Although, if I do that, it is suddenly a huge target for something like, you know, fuck, what's it called? There's a name for the card. Earthshock, there we go. But if he hasn't played Earthshock yet, I'm gonna have to trust that he doesn't have it. So the Acidic Swamp Ooze does stay in my hand. I thought about it. Since I've made that move, you know, in the past few seconds, I've thought about it. That was wrong. I should have played the Acidic Swamp Ooze out as just the card that it is.
Hey, give me that!
I can leave that on the board. So, I'm gonna Spectral Knight. If I had the Cult Master in my hand, I would have used Silverhand Knight instead, but the Spectral Knight not being able to be hexed, or Lightning Bolted, or Lava Burst, or just any... There, top deck to the Earthshock. Or any of those types of things is just so valuable that that can't happen to the Spectral. Oh, I'm just so happy about it. So we can start to try and beat down the Spectral Knight, that's fine. I would love to draw a Earthen Ring Farseer. It's not an Earthen Ring Farseer. Very much not an Earthen Ring Farseer, in fact. Okay, so now it's worth my while to trade over. The Twilight Drake being played at this point in the draft is okay. I mean, it comes out as basically a Yeti +1 health. The fact that he's also already used an Earthshock, and that he had to top deck that Earthshock, means that there is far less likelihood he has another Earthshock. Earthshock is the bane of the Twilight Drake. Obviously, the Twilight Drake has 4 and 1 health. It only has 4 and 6 because of a buff, which means that it gets silenced and then 1 damage is dealt to it. Suddenly there's no more Twilight Drake to speak of. It's horrible. Handlock hate him. Sorry, Handlock hate the Shaman. Handlock hate the Shaman because of Earthshock. In fact, in Handlock meta, you want to mulligan your Twilight Drake only if you are versing a Shaman. That's true.
Get behind me.
Okay. So that does mean that my Twilight Drake will die when it kills the Booty Bay Bodyguard, unless I top deck. Here we go, the Earthen Ring Farseer. It's not an Earthen Ring Farseer, let's try it again. Top deck the Earthen Ring Farseer. Come on! Okay. So this is again not a really powerful, strong showing on the board, but I have so much strength left in my deck. There is so much strength left in the world of men. I'll make it through, don't worry. On top of that, he did overload himself for 2, so he's not going to present a much, let's say, threatening board. So, I guess... I'm trying to get the most things out of the board. So, yeah, I guess I do have to play that. I was thinking for a moment, why don't I Argent Commander and then I can clear the board, but at the moment, that healing totem ain't shit. It ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Sorry, wait, no. The original quote is, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. And that's, obviously, Gandhi. There. Lightning Storm is now fucking scary. Okay, so the only thing I want is a 3 on the Gnomish Inventor. Alright, fuck me, I guess. One of the problems here is playing the Argent Commander puts me off curve. So instead, I'm going to Sen'jin Shieldmaster and do that, and then trade in a 4-2. That's just so that when I play the Argent Commander, I'm not playing it off curve. Because now an Argent Commander can be played with a 4-drop, or it can be played with a 3-drop, or it can be played with a 2-drop, and I can use my hero power. Whereas before it would have just been Argent Commander, hero power, and I have a really weak board.
They'll never know what
I needed to develop my board a little more. So that's a really good Argent Commander target, because it dies, Argent Commander stays alive, I have a developed board, you know, a lot of really good things happen. Also, drawing Cenarius at any point, considering the size of my board, would be very good. I do want to save the Earthen Ring Farseer for the point that is healing something that is important to me, because I don't want to heal, like, you know, 2 health to my hero. At this point, Earthen Ring Farseer is more valuable as a minion on the board than... Sorry, as a minion in my hand to use his Battlecry than as a minion on the board. The Argent Commander needs to have a spot to come out to, right?
For the king.
And if I played the Earthen Ring Farseer, the Argent Commander would not have a spot left on the board.
The sun well.
Okay, so he's just playing out his hand.
Well played.
This is basically him saying, Guga.
need a blessing.
The fact that he had 2 Dust Devils means that my Spectral Spiders basically won me the game. Nice. So that's 2 and 1 so far. Ah, I'm gonna be so very displeased with myself if I manage to lose after this draft. And you know what? To be honest, I'm pretty certain I'm maybe gonna get to 5 and then tank it. But that's not the assumption I'm going to play under. The assumption I'm going to play under is that I haven't lost a game yet, and I'm going to go 12-0.
Malfurion versus
Dat Waffle Man. Gul'dan, played by Dat Waffle.
I must
Okay, so Earthen Ring Farseer is actually pretty valuable. Scarlet Crusader does more, though. I mean, unless he has Mortal Coil. But even if he has Mortal Coil, Scarlet Crusader still does stuff. The thing is, usually, when you're versing a Warlock in Arena, he has drafted Aggressive. Otherwise, he doesn't exist in Arena. I believe my first turn is going to be the Acidic Swamp Ooze.
You're in trouble now.
Okay. So that's a really aggressive draft. The important thing to note, though, is that the Succubus, as a 4-3, dies to a 3-2. That's why it's so important to buff things that aren't, you know, 3-2s. Because they need to have more health. I just need to stress that point so much. Okay, so I'm coining out a Sen'jin Shieldmaster here. Reason being, I want to be able to take the Scarlet Crusader without too many losses. And the Sen'jin Shieldmaster trades 1-for-1 with it. In an ideal situation, the Sen'jin Shieldmaster trades 1-for-1 with it. Now he's used a card from his hand to do it, so you know, I'm still completely fine with him doing that. If I play the Scarlet Crusader, then I also need to claw to clear his dude. So you can notice that despite going... Oh shit, he went first. Fuck everything I was about to say. I was about to make a point that now is wrong.
They'll never know
Right.
what
So... Heal myself up a bit, and then kill his dude. So I do need to kind of play strong control here, rather than try and be offensive at any point. That's so powerful. Oh, wow, that really hurt. I think I'm gonna play an Ancient Brewmaster and Hero Power on the empty board. Ooh, that's nice.
Put it on your
Wow, that was really powerful for him, guys. Guys and girls. Guys and girls and anything else. Anyone else. It's fine.
Another
Okay.
round?
This is the most simple play. I don't even know why I considered anything else. I do have to take 6 damage to do it. Oh, I guess I should have probably popped the thing with my spider. Got 2 1/1 spiders. Yeah, that would have been more valuable now that I think about it. Oh well. Okay, I have the damage to kill Gruul, but I have to take so much damage to do it. So let's see if I can draw anything that will help me with it, like swipe. Nope. Okay.
For the wilds.
Fuck. I'm not in a good position here, guys. This may be my second loss. I need my other Earthen Ring Farseer or top deck Cenarius. Here we go. Time to top deck Cenarius. Top of the dick to you, Cenarius.
From the void I come.
I will note at this point that card that I just drew is near to Cenarius.
Are you ready?
I do have to kill that, but the problem is, what if it summons something more powerful? No demons in hand, thank fuck. At this point I am... I don't want to say certain, I want to say completely and utterly fucking absolutely certain that I've lost. Oh god. So he actually has high end in his deck, that's pretty interesting. Not so common you see that in a Warlock deck, high end. I can survive. Guys, I can survive. Not with, like, any health at all, but I can survive this turn.
For the wild.
Guys, I have 1 health. He just needs to have no direct damage at all. No Soulfire, no Charge Minion, no Dread Infernal. Nothing. No Hellfire.
What we do.
Right, so now I need to heal myself before I kill that. Are you fucking kidding me? Cenarius right now? Cenarius at any other point would have been amazing, by the way. It's just now it kills me.
Well played.
It's not going well. It is very much not going well, and I am prepared for the sadness. Oh dear God, no. I've got to at least go 3, right? I have to go above, you know, like, I have to kill more people than I die to, at the very least.
Malfurion versus
This pack, by the way, this pack that we get from this arena has to be the best fucking pack ever, because otherwise... Harvest Golem and that are actually pretty strong, so I'll throw the rest back. Shit! I have a really strong opening. 1, 2, 3, or 1, coin 3. Yeah, I just have a strong opening. It's like... Especially if he is relying on his Dude Maker, that's his hero power, that for 2 mana summons a 1/1. If he's relying on his Dude Maker to fill the board, then I can beat dudes down all day. Dudes all day, it's my motto. Wait. So we're watching closely at his mulligan. He only threw back 1 card. That's probably meaning that he has a pretty good early. So... I've got to hope that his early is, like, really aggressive. Because this is kind of perfect anti-aggression. Right? Like, perfect aggression is this has high damage but no health. Kind of, you know, think... you know, all your 3/2s that play for really low mana, all your 2/1s that play for 1 mana, those types of things. That's kind of like ruthless aggression in Arena. And these things stay alive regardless. I mean, Divine Shield summons itself again, that type of stuff.
The light protects.
Okay, so this is a great anti-aggression curve. We've even got Taunt at the very end of it. If he plays something that is a 3/2, there is a consideration that I may use the Shapeshift and then kill it using a swing from this and then the Shapeshift.
Thank you.
Okay, so he does not have the coin.
I fight.
No reason to hit it now. He doesn't have the coin, which means he can't coin out Consecration this turn. That's the important thing about it. Fuck. If that killed the Argent Squire, I would have been pretty sad about that one. So he gets 3... 3 of those. So the chances of it killing the Argent Squire... Let's think. 3 random, he has 3 targets, so 33%, and it has to hit it twice, so it would be 33%, 33%. So it is around 11... I want to say 11.1 repeater percent to kill it.
I fight.
So the whole point of wanting to constantly clear his board of dudes is because the paladins can buff their dudes. They can give them Divine Shield, they can give them Blessing of Kings, they can give them Blessing of Might, they can give them Blessing of Wisdom. They can make them very blessed. So you want to make sure that they don't have a 1/1 left on the field at the very end of their turn, if you can. Or if you expect that they have enough cards in their hand that they could possibly play that type of thing against you. I'm very glad to have the Sen'jin Shieldmaster, because the Sen'jin Shieldmaster does not die to True Silver Champion. True Silver Champion does 4 damage, Sen'jin Shieldmaster has 5 health. Again, another reason why you don't want to leave a Silverhand Recruit on the field, because the Silverhand Recruit can then turn around and finish off the Sen'jin Shieldmaster. I'm just keeping an eye on the time. There's something I have to go to in 15 minutes. So you know what? If we do lose this match, then well, hey, I managed to get to the thing I had to go to. I'd rather be late and actually win the fucking 8 matches, though.
I must move quickly.
And it's very much not helping that this guy has just clearly forgotten that it's his turn. Oh, wait, here we go. Consecrate. Yeah. I don't know what the... what, it's like Consecrate. No, I had to be Consecrate. I would love to see a True Silver Champion played here, because obviously I have the answer for it. The singular answer for it. Obviously Abomination is pretty bad against True Silver Champion. I mean, he does take 6 damage as a result, but he heals 2, so he goes back up to 4. And then all of my things take 2 damage, including myself. So it'll be much worse for me than it would for him. Gurubachi Berserker is on curve next turn. That's important to note. But with the coin, I kind of have a little bit of a flexible curve. So no matter what I draw, I can hopefully work it into a thing that allows me to play the Acidic Swampoos if I need to. If this guy is just going to take, you know, up until the rope is burning for all of his turns. I'm going to be pretty sad about that. I'm not a huge fan of people who take unnecessary amounts of time. If you need to think through your turn, feel free to. Take as much time as you need. But no one needs to think through every turn. There are very... like, I would say at least... here's just a figure off the top of my head. At least 50% of your turns are, well, I clearly just do this and then that. Okay, so that is Get Down. It is the only one worth playing. So trigger Get Down? Are you kidding me? Okay, so it's Redemption. Brings it back with 1 life. So it's Penitence?
Mind if I roll need?
Repentance, sorry. Yeah, change it to 1 life. Okay, that's fine.
For the wild.
Shit. Dude, my loot hoarder only has 1 life. It's so gimped. Otherwise, I was going to play the Gurubashi Berserker, but I, through process of elimination, figured what the trap was and knew that I can't play into that. So there's Scenarius. Really happy to see you, buddy. Now, my loot hoarder could kill that, and then he has... I can't kill all of his 1/1s. That is true. I can draw a card, so let's try that. Okay. So I do need to use the coin this turn, so that I can get out a Dude Beater.
For the wild.
Now, what I mean by Dude Beater is that the Gurubashi Berserker can beat down dudes all day, since he has 7 health and 2 damage, which is enough to kill a dude. And then he buffs himself up, obviously, as a result. So he's a Dude Beater. He beats dudes.
Your magic shall not.
Nah, Dude Beater has been beaten.
I am not a morning person.
Okay. So, I'm taking a small amount of time to consider it, but it's pretty obvious that I need to do that. And then I just need to start clearing dudes. The Dude Beater will continue to be a Dude Beater into the future. At this point, he's kind of incentivized to play a sword, and I'm kind of incentivized to say no. Sorry, friend. Not gonna let you have that one. That's why the Acidic Swamp Ooze has not been played yet, because Paladin... basically, killing even half of a True Silver Champion with an Acidic Swamp Ooze against the Paladin is so fucking valuable. It's incredible. And I'm so glad he just used Consecration. Because that's gonna hurt when I play the Scenarius and he can't kill it. Interesting. I was probably going to use Claw plus Shapeshift in order to kill, but now I'm not so interested in doing that. Now I'm gonna use Claw to kill one guy. And you're probably gonna think, Ryan, why would you do that? It's because now this guy has 3 health, and he's still a threat, so he can't just send dudes into it. The whole point is now there's more things that he has to do in order to win the game.
Reporting for duty.
He would need cards from his hand to help him out. I'm not certain whether I want to give these minions +2/+2. Swipe is good. Swipe is very good. Swipe may be don't play, maybe telling me don't play these scenarios yet. So if I swipe, I'm going to swipe that target, right? Who would I swipe? Because if I swipe this, I still have to hit it with something, and what I hit it with is probably going to be the Stormwind Champion. So I probably swipe this, to be honest.
For the alliance.
There we go. Now, playing safe is keeping the Acidic Swamp Ooze. Playing aggressive, or too aggressive even, would be playing that Acidic Swamp Ooze. Because he could turn this around with the Sword of Justice, and then just a lot of dudes that become 2/2s. Sword of Justice obviously kills the Stormwind Champion. This kills the crab.
Justice.
I'm gonna have to guess that one right there
Join.
is... shit. Doesn't matter. It does. This has to attack first. Please don't be get down. Well, please be get down, actually. Hallelujah.
Get down!
There you go. Now you know why I call it get down. Everything else has +2/+2, meaning that that can die, and then I can just ignore the 1/1. Come on. We've got it. We've got it. We've got it unlocked. We've got Rox and Moxie, and we're rocking some Brandy Soxies.
Reporting.
Wow. Why sack a 1/1?
Eyes are open.
I guess, I mean, he probably wasn't to know that I could heal it. Now, I'm gonna kill that and then attack. And most importantly, I'm gonna return my scenarios to hand. And then next turn, I'm going to buff everything up +2/+2 again. Without Pyromancer and Equality, he loses this turn. Please let me play out my turn, friend. Don't concede. Oh, shit! Well played. I was so... really wanted to be able to play that out. At the very least, we are now 3-3, so we are straight along the average. We are exactly not entirely fucking horrible. You know what? Here's the way that I'm going to state it. We're not the best, but we're better than some people at least, and that's good enough. Whoo boy.
Malfurion versus.
Oh, sweet.
I will fight
Yeah.
with honor. I must protect the wild.
I'm not sure if I even made a video about this ever, but I am now above 100 subscribers. As of literally moments ago, I am 112. And that's all thanks to you people, you beautiful, beautiful people. Really does make me incredibly happy that people like my content, so, you know, thanks. Don't make a dude. Dude's bad, because I got Loot Hoarder. No dude. Zero dude? Zip dude.
Reporting for duty.
He made a dude. I mean, hang on. Is that actually bad for me? Because I can coin out the Twilight Drake, and the only thing in the Paladin deck that makes me regret that is Silence. So he would need a Hoot Hoot or a... Fuck, what's the other one? Hoot Hoot or something else that silences things. Good work, Ryan. I'm not gonna coin. Because the Harvest Golem can kill that. And then I can play the Twilight Drake without using coin, which keeps me on curve, allows me to keep the coin, and even more importantly than all of that, keeps me on curve. What?
Reporting
Hang
for
on.
duty.
Bam! 4-8, motherfucker. What you gonna do when we come for you, bad boys? Come on! On my fucking level. There is a party happening out there, so if you hear party noises, that's the party.
I wonder.
There's a party happening out there, and I'm in here recording. I'm actually really happy about that, so don't take that as a bad thing. Okay, Gorobashi Berserker. I just need to provide him with 0 good targets to hit. Shit, I am so very in control of this game right now. I cannot begin to describe to you how well this is working out for us right now. There are a bunch of things that he could play that would swing this game wide open. He hits the Gurubashi Berserker into the Scarlet Crusader, and then he consecrates after using an Ironbeak Owl on the Twilight Drake. That clears my board, gives him a big Gurubashi Berserker. And you know what? Not entirely uncommon. I'd obviously be happy to see it happen, but not entirely uncommon, so... As much as we are in control right now, it is a tenuous control. Or it could be. Okay. So this is important. This is an important turn. Claw allows me and the Scarlet Crusader to kill the Sludge Belcher, version 1. I probably want to finish off the Gurubashi Berserker with the Argent Commander. So what do I put on the board after that? I suppose the Scarlet Crusader and... Okay. Right. This is now correct. Kill that. Now rip. And then let's fill the board just a little bit. Just a little bit, Mr. Now, obviously, the Gurubashi now has the ability to kill a bunch of stuff, or just his pick of the litter. He can do whatever he wants right now. But the Argent Commander, if he kills literally anything and doesn't heal it, obviously, then the Argent Commander comes out and kills it.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Okay, that's looking very much like not doing anything, unless he has Holy Light. Holy Light right now, I think, is the only thing that actually makes me regret my play.
For duty.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. Why would you let me make my trade?
Hey, give me that!
So I'm thinning out my board a little bit.
The light protects you.
Just making myself a little bit less vulnerable to Consecration. Obviously, Consecration will kill 3 pretty valuable minions on my board. So if he doesn't Consecrate right now, what do we know? Doesn't have Consecration. If he does Consecrate right now, what do we know? Had Consecration. Right? Probably doesn't have Consecration, right? So no matter what happens this turn, we can probably predict that in the future he will not have Consecration. Now I am really happy. Didn't have Consecration, but I'm still going to thin down my board. I'm going to trade both of my Scarlet Crusaders into that. Even though I could get better value by trading other things, I'm trading both of my Scarlet Crusaders. So now I'm going to put out a Dude Beater, because he's going to want to make dudes every turn to get back into the game, so I'm going to not want him to make dudes at any turn, to stop him from getting back into the game. And now I want to get the most value out of my hero power as possible, just so I can increase my kind of distance ahead of him in this game. At this point, the coin is basically summon a 1-2 with Death Rattle, summon 1-1-1-1. So, yeah. Worth it, basically. Is this guy's name Anus? Hang on. Anus. Right? With the right, that's the phonetic pronunciation of A is A, right? Naus. Anos. Okay. That's a very inventive way to get around the spell
For the king.
The swear barrier. It's feeling like he's going to be going for the face. Oh shit, he is. Hot dog. So now I'm going to make my Gurubashi Berserker big.
For the wild.
I fight.
It doesn't matter if his Stormwind Knight is on the board, if his Stormwind Knight can't do anything. He would have to silence his Stormwind Knight before he can do anything with him at this point. Silence does remove freeze, that's very important to know. Wailing Soul, the 3/5 for 4 that,
Sorry.
battle... Has he got lethal? the fuck? That's bullshit. I don't even want to talk about it. That's what? Alright, let's open the pack. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the salt is real. I told you I wasn't getting salty if I lost about, but what did the fuck just do what? If you've liked the video, click like. If you've disliked the video, click dislike. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, subscribe to my channel. Up until next time, I've been Rhapsody, that's been Hearthstone Arena. Fuck everything forever. And hopefully you've been enjoying yourself.